Okay, so this is the last and final tip for the editing master slides in Google Slides. So we've learned how to change the style. We've learned how to add additional content from the layout slides. Now we're going to look at how to lock the background images to allow for students to be able to type on a slide but not move any of the background images. There's many ways to do this, but this one in a master slide deck is good to do for students to have their information behind locked. So let me show you how or what my workflow looks like when I do this. So I'm in a test presentation here, okay? It's styled, it's formatted. Right now, I have this chart here for students to fill in. So hypothetically, if I were to give this to students right now, they could move this chart around. They could accidentally delete this chart, okay? They could delete the directions, they could change things, but I don't want them to be able to do that. So instead of, there's a number of ways that you can do this. You can set this as a background image, or you can copy the stuff on the slide in order to make a master slide. So I'm going to show you option one, where you copy the information. So what we're going to do is we are going to copy, we are going to copy everything that's here. So we're going to select everything, and we are going to copy all of the information that's on this slide. Okay, right now, students would come in if they were going to fill this in, and they would take a text box and they would draw it into place, and then they would type in it, but maybe they accidentally move this, and then things get all out of whack and or askew. So we want to make sure that they're not able to do that and give them some placeholder text in order to do these things. So again, we are going to go up to slide. We are going to go to edit master, okay? And we're going to add this to the master. So again, we're going to do the same thing we did with the last tip. We are going to duplicate one of the slides. And in this case, what I'm going to duplicate is I'm going to duplicate the last slide, okay? And we are going to duplicate layout. I'm also going to rename this at this point because I know what it's going to be. We're going to call it Venn diagram chart. Okay, it's not a true Venn diagram because it's not the circles, but it has the same purpose. Okay, so we're going to hit OK. Now this is going to be renamed. Now what I want to do is if I hit Command V, it's going to paste all this information in here. So now we have our chart. I've copied it from the original slide, and I'm pasting it into the master. I'm then going to add placeholder text. So I'm going to go insert, placeholder, and we're going to do body text. And we're going to put this right here. Okay, and you'll see it's going to put all those levels in. You also could use, which is actually what I like to use, we're going to use Subtitle. Okay, the reason we're using Subtitle is it's going to give an entire box, and then it will be filled right in. It'll say click to enter text. I'm going to copy these, okay, and then I'm going to move them to the representative areas, okay, and then when I click done, okay, if you'll bear with me here, I'm going to have these three boxes. Again, they're not exactly equal right now, but we'll pretend that they are. So now when I X this out, this text, okay, oop, did I not save that? I did not. Okay, let's go back to that real quick. Do that real quick. Okay. Let's make sure that we save that. Okay, now, actually, I did actually, excuse me. Yep, I forgot something. So when I go up here to add the new slide, I do the Venn diagram chart, and now all the information is here, and they cannot move this information behind it. They can move these little text boxes here or change the font and stuff like that, but the information and the directions behind it are locked. So why would you want to do this in master slides and not in a something else, like locking the background image or saving it as a JPEG and making it a background? The main reason why is because now if you use this as a master slide deck where you build all of your future slides for assignments like this, you will have that saved example of how to make a Venn diagram right here in the slide editor, down here at the bottom. So these things will all be saved, and you can work off this as a master presentation. Remember, if you were to change the theme, okay, you're going to see that this is going to remain the same, and all of the other ones that you did are also going to be remain there as part of this presentation. Okay? As always, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help. And good luck with editing master slides and becoming the master.